Welcome again to my tens of friends. It is me, Teacher TJ. Today we will be rewinding and reviewing Abbott Elementary Season 5, Episode 11, Mall. This is part 3, y'all. They're still there. Somebody help them. But this one is titled Heroes. Teachers are heroes. Is someone going to save them? We shall see. This season opens up with Jacob in his classroom. Jacob is finally teaching his class. I swore we never see him teaching his class. But if he had English class, why are they in the gym? I don't know. Abbott is always confusing. I guess I think too much into it, as a lot of us do. But so his class, they're trying to have gym. And Jacob is like me. I would definitely want them to just be doing a brisk walk around the gym. Okay, now, I don't know if it's just me, but like, I'm not really a helicopter parent, but I am very protective of my children. But in the mall, I probably would not be able to let my child still be going to Abbott because the fear of them falling from the top floor, because malls are designed for you like to walk around, and then they have like the spaces where kids can, like, little cracks and crevices that kids can slip through, banisters, and then there's escalators that are really tall heights, and then there's so many ways that my parental brain would be like, uh-uh. My anxiety, I would not be able to continue to send my child to Abbott. But I guess that's kind of like overthinking it, because if you think of a school, there's many freak accidents that could happen there. So I don't know. I guess I would probably just have to let go and relax and just pray that everything goes okay. But they're playing dodgeball, and Jacob would prefer them to just be walking around the gym, the mall, because for whatever reason. But he wants to add variety, and dodgeball is all that they really want to play, and they're bored. So he gives in and he allows them to play dodgeball. And when they do, they break a window or shatter the glass from a door, maybe. I don't know what that area was, but it's broken. There's tons of pieces of glass on the floor. And now that's an issue. So I hope they get back to their classroom soon. This episode opens up and Janine is teaching her classroom. She's reading them a story, and everything is going as good as he can. She's making the best out of what she has. So in Ava's office, she is working, and Mr. Johnson comes in to let her know he needs another janitor. The mall is just too big for him, and he's just a man with a mob. And well, first of all, Mr. Johnson is still Daya, because Daya is on break. So he goes to speak to her as if he's Daya, to let Ava know that he has a meeting scheduled, that Mr. Johnson has a meeting scheduled with her. And the way that he turned around, like from Daya to Mr. Johnson before he could begin the meeting. And basically, she's going to try to get him some more help because he's just a man in a mop with a mop. I find it hilarious that he has Mr. Gregory, the teacher, on his list because he always needs a job. And I think a lot of teachers always need a job. That's why I'm here with you today, because I need another job. They're having a team meeting, and I don't know what that is. Everything looks the same. I guess that's Ava's office. They're ready to go back to their building. And the way Janine was talking about, we made it. We did it. We did what, girl? What we do? We came to work every day. We're still in the mall. What did we do? And the way that Melissa is regressing to an 80s chick, I don't know. It's crazy. But I don't know if y'all peeped her shoes on that table. And tell me you don't remember the bottom of them shoes. Tell me you don't remember the bottom of them shoes. I think those could possibly be Jodeci boots, or because we all had some back in the day, or there's some type of boots, but I promise you, I bet you remember the bottom of them boots. During their meeting, they're all hoping that they get to go back to Abbott because they're over them all. I'm over them all for them. Meanwhile, they finally sent Mr. Johnson some help, and it's a woman. And he says, women have no place in cleaning. He says women should be on Wall Street or coaching an NFL team, but cleaning, that's not a woman's place. That's my type of guy. You believe that for you, Mr. Johnson. And you spread that rhetoric around the world because we need help with cleaning, okay? But it turns out that she's a bit cocky and she's a bit confident in her cleaning ability. So we shall see how this goes. The way Ava don't respect people, they're having another meeting because the district sent someone over to talk to them about what's going on at Abbott or the new changes or important message. So they said, but Ava looked at the guy. He ain't even got on a suit though, so he's not even a suit. But she looks at him and says, it can't be that important because they sent him. Well, it turns out that they sent this person to Abbott because they're doing a great job, as teachers normally do. And so much so that incidents are down and grades are up. And that is causing a ruckus. So they are going to put them on the front of the paper because it's a big deal. Apparently, they say they're changing the face of education. Don't nobody want to teach in the mall. Remember, I talked about having the school in the mall, and it was for a teenager or bigger person. Mall in the school is okay, but I'm not vibing with it for a kid. As they read the article, they find out that they the picture is good. They use Janine's favorite quote: "Teaching is fun." Melissa, she wanted to say something bad about the Giants. I think in her part of the article. I don't know if they did or not, but why is her hair crimped? Not crimped like I would totally rock today, like the big crimps, but like them real tiny crimps that look like they've been brushed out. Somebody got to stop Melissa. But overall, they're pretty pleased with the article because they sound good and they look good. Well, for Ava, they look good. The photo was good. We learned why this episode is titled Heroes, and that's because Abbott teachers are the heroes, as they said in the article. So Melissa says, when they call other people or teachers heroes, I never really, felt like that. I didn't like it. But now that it's about us, she could dig it. Meanwhile, Mr. Johnson and the new janitor, I forgot her name, are cleaning, and he's starting on the bottom floor because he feels that dust kicks up, and she's starting on the top floor because she feels dirt goes down. He is not feeling this lady, and sometimes that just really gets me, how people want help, but it has to be the help that they want. He doesn't want this lady, because to me, you ought to be happy to take anybody. I don't care who it is. It's a whole mall he has to clean by himself. But he is not too pleased with it being a woman cleaner. He tells her she should be flying a spaceship or something like that, not here cleaning in the mall. So we'll see how this pans out. So, but Mr. Johnson is starting to find out that the new janitor is different than what he thought. She could clean and be cute at the same time. He insults her cleaning products only to find out that they use the exact same thing, which is ammonia, squeezed lemons, and cognac. What? But it works for them. So he like, you different than I thought. Okay. But the way he just tucked that hair that ain't there behind his ear. Meanwhile, the school counselor has helped everybody to maybe possibly realize that the reason that Abbott is in the paper and the reason that the construction workers left Abbott is because they felt like y'all got it. Y'all doing good in this mall, so we're gonna leave y'all there. And that's why a lot of times people be like, don't do your best work. You do your work, but like don't do your best work. Cause what do y'all mean y'all gonna leave these kids in the mall? That's nobody wants that. But since no one is complaining and the incidents are down and the teaching scores are up, we shall see what happens. The teachers from Abbott take it upon themselves to go visit Abbott to see what is going on. Like, why are we not, who's working on Abbott? Why are we not back in our school building? And come to find out, it's one construction worker there. This fool sitting down eating a sandwich, talking about I'm just a man with a sandwich and a hammer. And they like, you don't even got a hammer. He say, yeah, that's what I forgot. Why Melissa knocked that sandwich out of his hand? Now you don't got a sandwich. Melissa the thug is my girl. So in Janine Teague's class, she constantly stops her student in order to help another student, which I found so unfair. Because how is the misbehaving student another student's problem? That's like not fair. And when she does it for the final time, the student gets up and she's upset, like, oh, Miss T's like, well, what's the matter? She's like, well, I want to sit with my own friends. I want to, I'm having fun with them. Those are my friends. Why do I have to come and sit with this kid who's misbehaving? That's not fair. And I'm glad that that little girl spoke up for herself like that. But the thing is, it's not fair because how is this kid that's misbehaving her responsibility, and so much so that she doesn't get to enjoy her day at school with her friends because she has to deal with this kid as if she's the teacher or something. So Miss T realized her fault in that, and she stops it and comes to the realization that this is what the school district is doing to us. We're the good kid, Sierra, and our reward for being a good kid is not to get what we want or what we need because we're not saying anything and because we're still performing good, you guys are not going to give us what we want. And that is the reason that I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a principal. I don't know, it might still happen for me. But it was that very reason there that I wanted to be in education because as a kid, I always felt like I'm a good kid. I don't know, the principal don't know me. I don't know the principal. And these teachers aren't like, they don't really pay me no mind because I'm a good kid. So I wanted to make sure that the good kids weren't getting overlooked and that the kids who needed more help was getting the help that they need, not being suspended. Because I've always, even as a kid, felt like suspension is never the answer. And or unless it just has to be, not if the kid is violent and other kids are in harm's way, then yeah, and the parents need to sit at home with their kids so they can get a better understanding of what your kid is really doing at home, then yeah, I'm for suspension. But for the most part, I am not with suspension. And there was a lot of things in the school system that made me want to become a teacher so that I could make certain adjustments according to what I felt was correct. But Janine brought that idea to the rest of the group and let them know that we're not going to take this. And of course, Melissa has a 80s flashback. Like, I was that who was sisters. I know that song. We're not going to take it. We're not going to take it. No, we're not going to take it anymore. And she like, yeah, is this Sister Soldier? Sister somebody. But it's a male group, I guess. She's like, yeah, I'm with you. Ever since you said we're not going to take it, I'm with this. So all the teachers are behind her, support her in their decision to try to get them back into Abbott. It's always, The way that Gregory looks at the camera every time takes me out. Janine is like, did you get the metaphor? He like, yeah, I got it. Mr. Johnson is having a good time cleaning with the cleaning lady. Okay, he's like anything is possible. They drawing hearts in the dusty windows and mopping side by side, and they're having a good old time. And it's because he said, "Don't let nobody tell you that women can only be oil riggers." Okay, Mr. Johnson. But he said anything is possible, and they're cleaning together and having a good old time. So the teachers go over to the school district and they talk to the suit without the suit. And he tries to gaslight them some more and get them to stay into the mall while they fix other schools, but they're not having it. So they are able to go back to Abbott. And the new janitor, she quit. And that's I guess the end of Mr. Johnson's mall mance is what they called it. And they are going to go back to Abbott in 2 weeks. Yay! Because my anxiety was up. They went in Abbott for 5 minutes before the lights went out. But they're happy to be back, and we're glad they're back. Daya's back. The real Daya. She's back at Abbott. Her and Ava missed each other. She's kind of feisty like Ava. And I find that interesting because she's not rude, but she's not super nice. So she left her a manatee because Daya went snorkeling with the manatees in Florida. She ain't had time for Abbott. And she gave her a little manatee figurine. And after she left, we see Ava in the hallway confessing that she missed Daya. And the show ends. Thank you so much again, Tin, for watching. And don't forget, if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Quit playing with me. I got kids to feed. I got a school to run. We need supplies. Help a sister out. No, seriously, subscribe. Bye, Tin. Season 5, episode 11, Mall. We shall see how this goes. Bye. So the article comes back and trying to maximize my lighting. Come to find out, it's one construction worker there, and this fool sitting down eating a sandwich, talking about some. Oh, I'm not wearing my glasses today. I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. You know why? Because I look at the ring lights. It's like, can you even see? I'm a person. I have eyes.